Greetings, everybody. You're staring at the picture of myself because I realized that, most people prefer when I do a live video. But there are times when I don't like being in front of the camera. I just want to take this time to welcome my new subscribers. Within the last 48 hours, I have racked up my numbers to over 500 new subscribers, and I just want to say welcome and thank you for subscribing. However, I think I have to warn you. Now, I know the reason why I have 500 new subscribers, and I know going forward there will be other times when new folks will come on, in the droves. But I wanted to know that this channel is usually very quiet. And though I have had videos on this platform that racks up the numbers, you see, the important thing to me is not just racking up those numbers. The important thing is to delivering the messages. And hopefully, once you've gotten that message, you can go on being a richer person than you were before you found me. There are other people on this social media platform that does that for me. They're individuals. Then when they do their videos, they reach me. When I go to sleep and I wake up, I can hear their voice in my head. We're all gifted. We're all talented. We all have different purpose. And so each one, teach one, hopefully. In terms of the content that I provide on my platform, it's not something that I plan. I just usually go with the spirit, what the spirit moves me to do. And oftentimes, when I'm led in answering the calls, and when I talk about calls, I'm talking about spiritual calls, at least one person will walk away feeling blessed. And I hope so far those of you who are here have found something that blessed you. I try to avoid drama as much as I can. I spend a lot of time talking about me and my experience and life, and talking about a little bit about politics and a little bit about religion and all of that. But at the end of the day, I see myself as a messenger. And my role in this YouTube world is to educate. I'm first and foremost an educator. And we're not just talking about, teaching ABC. We're talking about, preparing minds to understand their life and their situation. And I am a student. I'm always a student. So anyone can teach me. A child, an animal, nature. I am a student and I'm always ready to learn. And when that teacher shows up, I am always ready to learn. And so hopefully you might come here and have this quest or this thirst for knowledge, and you say, I'm going to stick and stay. But the time will come when you can no longer tolerate what I provide, and you'll go in search of another teacher that gives you what you need. So I am grateful. I am thankful for the shares and the likes and all that. But I'm really not just here for the likes, because again, I see what the platform promotes. And I think I have a little bit of common sense to know that if I want to make money, what it is that I have to do. But listen, we're going to talk about money in this video because a lot of us are obsessed with it and we don't know how to get it. Or those of us who get it, allow it to destroy us. Okay? So I am the kind of person who somebody could refer to as worthless when it comes to money. Because as much as I want it, I also am not prepared to do just about anything for it. As much as it would be nice to have it, I'm understanding the spirits that control it has the power to take you out of your realm and put you into another realm that just brings about pure tragedy, pure suffering. Now, don't get me wrong. Money can be the answer to all kinds of things. But when you are motivated to get it at all cost, then you have to understand that when you get it, you are not going to walk away into the sunset and celebrate the fact that you've got a lot of it. you are going to be asked, you're going to be controlled by the spirits within that money to do. So everything you're seeing in the world, when you look at some of the most terrible situations in the world, and look at some of the most wealthiest people in the earth, they are evil. And so the spirit attached to the money that is evil is what controls them in order to keep the bag. And I'm not saying everybody, I'm not saying wanting to have more. I'm just talking about the spirit that is attached to money. So when we talk about wealth, those of you who've been with me for a while know that we talk about wealth in terms of health, in terms of, wisdom and understanding, knowledge across the board. These things are wealth. When you talk about building financial wealth, we're talking about land and real estate and all these things. This of itself is not bad. It's not evil. But I'm telling you that if you learn how to gain wealth without being tied to money or the spirit attached to money, you'll be a lot better off. And so the channel has not grown the way it could grow. And the channel has not paid me financially because the things that I will have to do in order to make that kind of money, I'm not prepared to do. Because guess what? One of my fear, and I use that in quotation, is that I gain all these supporters. I gain all this, attention, and I gain all the money attached to that. But what I have in my comment section and what I attach to my life, even in my private sphere, is not something that I'm going to welcome, because it is going to bring out a legion, a host of devils. Because listen, wherever there's a lot of money, a lot of devils are going to be nearby. There's so much I have to share. And whatever wisdom is imparted to me, I try to share it. Nowadays, I learn what to share and what not to share. And because there's always the danger of oversharing certain things. And as I said before, there's some times when you're going to have to hold on to something and you keep it to yourself unless you're asked to reveal it, or, told to reveal certain truths. If you read the message in my autobiography, you will hear that I'm saying that I'm here. I'm always here for the underdog. I'm here for the ones who are disenfranchised. I'm there for those who are hurt and those who are suffering, because I understand these things from my own experience. I'm not always going to be right, and you're not always going to agree with me, but we all have our own opinion, and we can agree to disagree sometimes, hopefully respectfully. I'm going to share something that I shared with someone very close to me this morning, to say that I have shown you or taught you, hopefully, how to bring the things into your life, what it takes. And, it's all about getting it from your mind, writing it down and walking towards it. And it's never failed. And recently I asked for something, and everything that I asked for, I got. And all I have to do is just be thankful, because I don't, I'm not drawn to any entity that is going to ask me for sacrifice. I'm not attracted to spirits that say, I will give you this and you do this for me, in terms of, okay, these the things that you have to do to go out there, and you have to go to the river, and you have to leave this, and you have to build this kind of stone creature. What I don't do all of that. They see the energies that I work with and the spirit that I work with, all is required is thanksgiving and obedience. So when I'm asked to live a message or deliver a message, I do that, because all of these messages are upliftment. So I work with spirits that are within and without. And these energies are positive, clean energies. I've learned how to differentiate good and bad spirits. I know perfectly when I hear thoughts that are not meant to uplift anyone. And when I hear ideas that come to fulfill destiny or purpose, I understand that and I live by that and I respect that. I follow my dreams. I listen to them closely. I listen to the intuitive voice that says, hey, be careful, or, take a close look at this. Or when, one grain of truth drops in a sea of lies, I'm able to differentiate and take them out. It's a place where you will learn, and hopefully you'll teach me as well, because I'm always up for learning. It's a place, though, that oftentimes goes silent, not just with participation in terms of people participating in the video. That doesn't mean that they're not listening or that they're not hearing it. There are times when the views are low, but one have come to accept that. Seasons. We have seasons that we go in and out. For those of you who feel that I'm here to, play into the drama, into the gossip, I'm not about that. I speak my truth and I move along. There are individuals who sometimes come and say, talk about this some more, let's discuss this. If it's something that doesn't promote well-being, if it doesn't promote, love, if it doesn't promote, growth, becoming more spiritually inclined, then I try to avoid that. Once I've made my point, I move along. I cannot be controlled. And you can't use money to control me. However, in my next video, I'm going to talk about our relationship with money and talk about the fact that the money is like a spirit in some people. It controls their mind, everything that they do. You can't relate to them unless you mention money. There are individuals in the world who you would say is soulless. You're walking around with people on this earth that look like you and me, like human beings. But at the end of the day, these people are very difficult to reach spiritually. They seem normal, but they are demons. And they could be in your family, they could be in your friends. You hear people throw around the word narcissist or narcissism a lot. It does describe these individuals, but there's a lot more going on. And so these individuals, you're wanting them to change. You say, I want you to be a better person, but they cannot change because even though they appear to be human, that there's a spirit that dwells within them that is very demonic. Okay, so once again, thank you so much. And, YouTube has suggested that I create this thing. And if you understand it, tell me, people, where you do content and individuals are interested to pay for these contents. And again, I have not versed myself too much on the intricacies of YouTube. And maybe I should. But the thing is, the things that is promoted oftentimes are the things I don't want to do. And so, you support the channel by coming here and you share only when you feel it's something you want to share with someone. You like up the videos. I never tell folks to like a video because it doesn't make sense to me to tell someone to like something. It's to me, when you say like, that means that, wow, this resonates with me. To say like so that you can send a message to YouTube to say this is important doesn't make any sense to me. I don't want you to like the video unless it resonates with you. And if you don't like it and you want to hate on it, or I don't even think it's hating. It's just saying, well, I don't like this video. I have no problems with it. And when you make your comments, of course, they're censored, not by me necessarily, but when you come, there are certain key phrases that I will not tolerate, or expression, and I will put it in the algorithm to say, if this is mentioned, then your comment is not going to be shown. But I don't physically just delete them. It just doesn't show up. Because I think you can express yourself without abusing anybody. I think you can express yourself or agree to disagree without being so terrible. Some of the things people say, I just don't understand it. And I don't understand that some people are hurt, some people are very wounded, and they're looking for the opportunity to express the rage that they carry. But truthfully speaking, I don't have to allow you to empty your rage on me. Okay? If you need to empty it, no problem. But I'm not going to allow you to lower my frequency or my vibrations with these negativities. I hope everybody is staying safe and you're all doing well. I'm going to come back with another video. Stay blessed, everybody. And once again, welcome to the new subscribers. Some of you will stick and stay, and others will just move along. Stay blessed.